Hey, hey, hey. Welcome to Sister Self Care Sunday. We are live. It is Sunday, May 4th. Oh my goodness. We are in May, y'all. We in spring and we're excited to be here. So Denise, how you been, girl?
I've been doing great. My grandson went to prom yesterday, his senior prom, and we went to take pictures with him. So, I asked my son, did he talk to him this morning, and if he enjoyed his stuff because they went on a princess boat.
Oh, that's
So,
so nice.
yes,
I know they had a good time. I know
they did.
Denise shared the pictures with me, y'all. Her grandson looked amazing. Amazing.
Yes.
Oh, that's so wonderful.
Yeah, so they had a good time. And then, of course, afterwards, finding some place to eat and hey, the after party, I guess.
Right, right, right. That is so nice. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Listen, y'all. This is Self Care Sunday. We are
Yeah.
talking about the joy of sisterhood, right? How to
Hmm.
build and maintain your friendships with your sister because that's part of self care, right? That's
Yes.
part of self care. So, we are excited. So, in the comments, I want y'all to, just tell us in the comments for those of you joining on Facebook or if you're joining us on Instagram, put in the comments like, list some of your girls' names. Give a shout out to some of your girls that, are your besties, the ones you can call when you in the clutch, when you're going through, right?
Yes. Yes.
So, we all have stories of friends, right? And we know from when you're in school, right? Grade school and high school, you had those friends, and some people can hold on to those friends,
Yeah.
right? For a
Yeah.
lifetime, right?
Yes.
I haven't had any friends from way back then that I kept in touch with, but I know a few people who have actually had friends from way back then. But my oldest friendships, they probably go back a good 30, 36 years, 36, 37 years.
Hmm.
So we go back. And when we talk about sisterhood, like what does sisterhood mean to you, Denise? Like what does sisterhood mean to you?
Well, it's where I can actually connect with other women, and each of them actually, there's no strife, and it allows us to have that sisterhood, that connection, that trust. They empower me, they tell me the truth about things even when I don't want to hear the truth. So having a good sister, and I do have some good sisters, thank God. And it's so funny because my oldest son, he was like, you know what, mama, he was like, he's in his 30s. Is he in his 30s? No, he's in his 40s. I'm sorry. And he's like, I love that you have a sisterhood, and because he know exactly who my sisters are. And he's like, I'm really just proud of you that you do have a sisterhood of friends that, no matter what, y'all are always there for one another. You don't, talk about one another. You, are always lifting each other up. You're there for each other. You can cry with that person. You could tell that person your deepest secrets without being judged. You know,
Yes.
and so that's what a good sisterhood, provides a safe space.
Mm-hmm.
And a good sisterhood, I'm gonna tell you, also too, is if you haven't talked to that person, just say in 3 months, and then you call them, you pick up right where you left off. And it's just like you haven't skipped a beat. That's a good friend. That's a good sister that if you haven't talked to them in a few months or whatever, they're like, oh well, you ain't called me back then, or this, that, and the other, and you can just love on one another.
Yeah.
And so that's definitely a sisterhood.
Yes. Yes. I agree, Denise. I think that having a sisterhood, it doesn't mean all your friends are the same, right?
Right.
Doesn't mean all your friends are the same because you have those friends like Denise said. I got a friend, my friend Yo Yo. Um, me and Yo, we might talk, like verbally talk to each other on a phone maybe once every other month, maybe. And
Mm-hmm.
when life and it may be a little longer than that, but we'll get on the chat, like we'll get on the text, and we'll text each other. But when we get on the phone, like Denise said, it's like we haven't skipped a beat. We catch
Mm-hmm.
up, find out what's going on in each other's lives, and we love on each other.
Yes.
And so when we talk about the joy of sisterhood, there is such a blessing in sisterhood.
Yes, it is.
And that's why we do Sister Self Care Sunday, y'all. Sister Self Care Sunday is just all about reminding our sisters out there that you're worthy and that you are enough, and that for 2 days a month, you got a sister circle that's going to love on you
Yes.
and, be here rooting for you to lift you up. Right. So again, as you're joining us, whether you're on Facebook, YouTube, or Instagram, go right in the chat. Give some shout outs to some of your girlfriends. List their names and, shout out to your girlfriends, to your sisterhood, because your sisters, some of your sisters ain't the ones that's your blood sister. You
Exactly.
your sisterhood is like your friends that are there to really support you and to help you know when you fall down and you feel broken and you're going through the winds of life, that yes, you can make it. Like,
Yes.
yes, you can make it. And it's so important. um, you know, as we talk about building and maintaining, like how do you build and maintain? Some people maybe if you're in a new state or you're trying to get a new group of friends, right? As you meet women, you find you sometimes you meet people and you just know you just vibe. Like when me and Denise met, we just vibe. Like
Yeah.
off bat, it was like we've been knowing each other forever,
Mm-hmm.
right? And the love just was genuine. And we tell each other, like when we got to phone, we like, I love you.
Yeah.
We do that because I tell my friends I love them. Ladies, tell your friends you love them.
Yes.
Tell your friends you love them. Like, because your friends, if you can't be vulnerable nowhere else, you can be vulnerable with them
Yes.
in a judge-free zone. And
Now,
it
if you
don't
don't
mean
love them, then hey,
yeah,
just,
yeah.
you,
Don't say it. Yeah, don't say it if you don't mean it. But when you have those friends, y'all, let them know I love you. Let them
yeah,
know I love you. And like to build on your friendships, check in on your friends.
yes,
Right? So you got those friends that you may not connect with often, but schedule some girlfriends time
yeah,
where if you're super busy, because I know life is life and y'all and you may have a ton of different commitments, but put a little time on your calendar one day to say, you know what, and list somebody's name and say, hey, I'm gonna reach out to this person.
mm-hmm.
Even if you can't go do something, do a Zoom call, do a FaceTime call, do
Yes,
a messenger call so you can at least see their face, right?
yes.
Because life is so short. Life
It
is
really
so
is.
short, y'all.
It really is. And it's, like we do, and maybe five of us that, four of us that get together. We go out to dinner, we may go to a concert or, all of us get together and just, have fun and have ladies' night out. But I'm gonna tell you, it's definitely good to do that while they're here. We just recently, lost a dear, well, actually, we've lost a couple of our very good friends. And um, when you lose somebody that is just like a sister to you, it's definitely something, a hard thing, when you do. But you know what? As long as they knew that you loved them and that you lived your life and that
Yeah.
shared moments with them and laughs with them and cried with them or whatever, that's always a memory that you can treasure and that you can keep forever. So the thing is that we definitely, don't be afraid to, be vulnerable with them. Now, if you have some friends that are not so much of a friend. And you have that discernment. God gives all of the women, every woman a discernment. You know what sister friend is good for you and what sister friend is like a fair weather friend. And
Yeah,
so you don't need to be telling your business to everybody that's not in your corner. You have to know and discern who is your true sister
yeah,
and
yeah,
who's not.
yeah.
So
Absolutely, absolutely. So again, y'all, we're talking celebrating the joy of sisterhood. The
yes.
joy of sisterhood. So we're gonna do a brief little story time. I could tell y'all, I remember when I was in my early 20s, I had a girlfriend, like we was thick as thieves. Her name is Tracy. So Tracy, I don't know if you out there, girl, but this is so hilarious. So I was dating somebody and he wasn't right, y'all. He wasn't right. Why I I'm calling different friends up. And certain friends, you gonna call and they gonna be like, they gonna talk you off the ledge. Well, I knew Tracy wasn't gonna be one of them talking me off the ledge. So I'm like, girl, no, we gonna go over there because I think he doing da 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 da. She was like, let's go, let's ride. So we done roll all the way over to Dude House. And we all just sitting in the car looking at the house. We ain't even go up to the house or nothing. But we in the car making plans like, okay, I'm gonna go to the bushes. And I'm like, but and then I'm thinking like, this man got a gun. He might think I'm a burglar, be to shot me or something. I'm like,
Right.
so we just sitting there, right? Coming up with this mass plan of what we gonna do while we sitting out at like 3 or 4 in the morning, y'all.
Oh, girl.
Just a mess, a mess. But you got those friends like
Yeah.
that. You got friends
Yeah.
that like, look, if you want some foolery, I'm on the foolery with you.
Right.
You got those friends, because look, I think I might have called Felicia, like Felicia, not right now. And Felicia was back then. Felicia was very, very
Yeah.
she's still very, very calm, cool. She was like, that does not sound like a good idea.
Exactly.
So friendships are, so much fun, y'all.
Yes.
When you
Yes.
have friendships, and we're talking building and maintaining,
Yes.
what are some things that you do with your girls? You go to dinner, you go to concerts, y'all travel. Heck,
Yes.
sometimes, let's face it, in this economy, money might not be flowing like all over. Y'all can do
Mhm.
girlfriend potlucks. Everybody just bring a dish
Yes.
and just
Yes.
fellowship, right?
Yes.
Or, we do sip, chill, and spill once a month, right?
Mhm.
And those are, I'll call all of our new sisters that we have. That's what I call those, our new sisters that we have. And listen, y'all, we play virtual games. We have so much
Yeah.
fun. And so y'all can have game night with the
Yeah.
girls and, just sit back, reminisce, and just talk, just the
Yeah.
fellowship alone,
Yeah.
right? Because sometimes you need to check in with your sisters and find out how are they really doing. Like, how
Yes.
are they really doing?
And
And
especially the strong ones, because a lot of times, you know, they are there for everybody and sometimes suffer alone. So
yes,
it's always good to even call, your sisters that are strong, because every now and then they actually do need your help. They need your love, your
yes,
hugs, your, laughter, your everything, and because they're not always strong, it's always going to be something, sometimes that they may be going through. So,
absolutely, absolutely. So again, it's all about the joy of sisterhood and that
yeah.
connection. And you know, sometimes you need your sisterhood to pray together.
Yes. Yes.
Listen, because when I am feeling weak, when I am feeling broken, I get on the line with my sisterhood, like, because I know I'm gonna need some prayer. Like, we gonna
Yeah.
need some prayer.
Yes.
Prayer warriors. But we
Hmm.
on one accord, knowing that you got people lifting you up, right?
Yes.
So again, the joy of sisterhood. Your sisterhood is almost like your board of directors, if you will. They can be like your board of directors. You might have a friend on there that's gonna be like money wise. She like, look, sis, this is how you need to be spending your money. These are the things you need to do, and you need to cut out some of this and do more of that. You might have your health sister. And she like, okay, you need to work out, you need to do this. She gonna hold you accountable, right? And things like that. You have your sisterhood that's there for career advice, right?
Mhm.
You know, maybe you need to make some moves, and she's like giving you some guidance on what to do, or, you know, things like that. And then if you're going into new spaces or be an entrepreneur, maybe she's the one that's just like rooting you on or help getting you connected with other people, right? So your sisterhood can be like a board of directors as well, but it's all based off love, and it's taking the time to, you know, if you have people around you that's not for you, you need to weed them out.
Yes.
Just
Yeah.
go and prune them on out, right? It's spring cleaning time, right?
Mm-hmm.
And in spring cleaning, you got to get rid of some stuff that maybe was left over that's no longer serving you.
Mm-hmm.
I got into my yard, and it's so funny because I hurt my back. Let me tell y'all how I did this. This is so crazy. This is so crazy. I bought this hedge trimmer, right? It was lightweight hedge trimmer. Listen, y'all, this is where the 50 plus club got to be careful because your body don't move like it used to. It wasn't even heavy. I'm just going around trying to trim the hedges, and I just lean. I promise y'all, I just lean a certain way, and I must not have never leaned that way, child. When I tell you, my back went click. Needless to say, the moral of the story is I text my girlfriends like, y'all ain't gonna believe what just happened. They was like, what was you doing? Yeah, so you can have magical moments with your friends. So your sister girls is all about, you know, memories and being present.
Yes.
Being present.
Yes.
For them, and it means the world. So in the comments, tell us, what are some things that you do with your friends? What are some of the things that you do with your friends to celebrate each other, right? How are you celebrating each other? You know, for us, again, we're texting, we're telling people we love each other. We'll say good morning. We'll send positive motivation, text messages throughout the week to keep everybody lifted up. So what are just some things that you can think of, y'all, that y'all do to keep your sisterhood alive? I know, Denise, what's a fun story you got about with one of your with a sister friend you have? A fun story.
Well, you know, basically, oops, hold on, my light is falling here. Sorry about that. We actually have fun every time that we actually get together. I don't know what is wrong with this girl. So yes,
I'll tell y'all, one time, me and Denise to the car. So I think it was Denise's birthday. I don't know. One time we was going somewhere, and Denise was driving us in her car. And so I'm always the person trying to take pictures, y'all. So I'm trying to take pictures of Denise. And it's a video, but I'm videotaping her, right? And she like driving, and I'm like, Diva, and I'm asking her questions, but I'm videotaping her. And she was like, oh, I can't talk because I'm driving. And when I tell you I was hollering, because I'm like, it's a video. Like, what is you talking
exactly. I thought that she was taking a picture, and I'm like, you know, smiling. And I'm like, you think I'm hurry up and put the thing? I'm trying to look at the road, and you know, she got the camera on them. You know,
and she was like this. Okay, because I'm driving.
Oh, we had so many bloopers. Oh my goodness. Oh yeah, we had so many bloopers.
Oh my God.
It's just so funny. But you know, basically anytime that I get together with my sisters, no matter where we are, if we're at a concert or if we're going out to dinner.
Oh my God. Remember that time we went to the concert? Okay, y'all, we went to a concert. I forgot who we went to go see. I don't know. But one of our girlfriends, I'm not gonna put her name out there, but this is hilarious. When we parked, because we met at this parking structure.
Will Scott concert.
And so we were like, what floor are you on? And she was like, I'm on the 9th floor. And so we all parked on the first floor.
No,
so
we were on the second. We were on the second.
Oh, we on the second? I thought I was on the first.
And she said she parked on the 9th.
Okay, so we was on the second. She said she parked on life. I was like, okay. So then we came down and we said we're gonna meet on the first floor. So he's like, where you at? And she was like, I'm on 9. And then she came out and we was like, okay, so you parked on 9. Then we looked at the structure like it ain't even 9 floors of the structure. Where you at?
But we didn't realize until we actually were coming back from the concert.
She was like, it's on the first floor. She was in row 9. And so the rest of us was like, girl, you ain't realize you wasn't even going up. Like you was still on the first floor. Baby, we laughed so hard. And y'all, I got that on video. It's so funny. Yeah. But it's just moments like that where y'all can just laugh and just have a good time. Yeah. So I'm telling y'all, the joy of sisterhood is wonderful. Exactly. It's wonderful.
It really is, guys. So, that's the one thing, that, every woman definitely needs is a sisterhood, to have some, friends that you can just laugh with, and have fun, because it does your soul so good. Because the very next day or that very next week, you're still on a high from, actually being with your sisters. Yes. So I love all of my sisters, so that, and they know it because we always make sure that we tell one another. So
yes. It's so so we have some funny times. Yes. Fun times. I'm telling you. And then you have those friends that are really protective. Because I remember when I was younger and I was out at a club, and at this time I had one of my girlfriends at this time. And this guy was just like kind of trying to talk to me, but she knew I didn't want to talk to him no more. And I was like, no, thank you, yada, yada, yada. And so when she drank, she is like, no nonsense, like no nonsense. And so I never forget, she looked at the guy and she was like, did you not hear what she said? She was like, get away. She said, you gonna make me beat your butt. I was like, I was like, all right, killer from Manila. She was about to say things.
Right.
But so, it's just a celebration of sisterhood. Yeah. And that's why we have Sister Self-Care Sunday, because self-care is about nurturing your relationships as well.
Yes.
It's remembering to love on those that love on us. So it's so important. It's so important. And you see, Evolve and Jessica says, yes, it is. Yes, it's so important. And, that's why we're here every first and third Sunday of the month, right?
To go over different topics.
To remind you that there's a community out there that wants to love on you.
Yes.
And that's what we want to do. That's why we host Sip, Chill, and Spill once a month. Yes. For just games. Like we're not doing it in May because we have the holiday weekend. That's that weekend. So we won't be doing it in May, but it'll be back in June. And, again, it's so critically important to nurture yourself with women that uplift us, because now more than ever, we need positive, strong support groups, y'all.
Yes.
We need positive, strong support groups. And what else? Oh, yes. We also have it was previously known as Priority You newsletter. And we rebranded the newsletter. So now it's Sister Circle newsletter, because everything focuses around our sisters. And this month in May, we have a jam-packed newsletter, y'all. Yes. And there is a gift inside the newsletter that we have. So I'm excited for all of our subscribers are going to get an awesome, awesome gift. If you have not signed up for it, you can click the link in the bios and it's there to sign up. But it's really, really, really good. And it also keeps a calendar of events of different things that's going on and things like that. When we offer special discounts, it gives you that. And a number of workshops that we have, because we do have a workshop coming up. It's a 3-day workshop called Elevate Your Impact. And this is helping women that are in looking to advance their careers or in leadership roles. Like, how do you do that? It's three things we're going to be talking about. This is a 3-day event. The first night we're talking about confidence. The second night we're talking about your personal brand, because your personal brand is so important. And if you don't know what your brand is saying about you, that means you got some work to do. And the third night we're talking about exposure, networking, because we all know it's not all of what you do, but mostly who you know.
Yes. Yes.
So again, giving back to the community, giving back to the community. And what are some other things you want to share with the people tonight, Denise?
Well, just definitely just make sure that you take care of yourselves. We're in a critical state right now, to where there's a lot of outside noise going on, a lot of things that are not positive, um, you know um, that's surrounding us, and it just seems like the devil is just running rampant. A lot of people, can easily affect a lot of people, where they're depressed or they're stressed or they have anxiety, and different things of that nature. So just, know that God is able. Keep yourself, just keep your affirmations in front of you, just knowing that, hey, you are worthy, that you are blessed, that you have favor, that you have, on and on and on. I can go on and on with the affirmations, but just stay positive, and just surround yourself with positive individuals. Be watchful,
Absolutely.
be careful as well too. And just definitely, just have faith.
Yes.
That's all that I basically can say, is definitely, have faith, and we're going to be okay. It may not seem like it. There may be some nights that we cry, and but as the Bible say, joy comes in the morning. So you just have to trust and believe that, sometimes we're going through, it may be our season to go through different things, but
Yes.
hey, we all have a season, to go through things, and we have a season in which we reap. So, just be, mindful, and just love on yourself, take care of yourselves, take care of, others, if you know someone that actually needs to, be around other positive women, different things, invite them, to Sister Self Care Sunday. Um,
Absolutely.
and they don't have to be in the same state that we're in, or what have you. A lot of our friends that we have that are very close to us are not in the same state as us. But then, needless to say, we love to travel. We love to go and visit our friends in different places. So definitely,
Absolutely.
you never know, the friendships that you built with one another. So definitely, just be careful out there, everybody. And you know,
Yes.
like I said, just love on yourself. So, because you're the last person who actually does love on yourself. So just, take the time out and be like, you know what, I'm gonna put myself first this time. Even if you just put yourself first, if you're one of the people, try to put yourself first at least once a week. At least once a week, everybody. So, and
Yes.
sometimes that may mean saying no.
That
So,
part. That
setting
part.
boundaries, so that's
Yes. So we're going to wrap up by saying we're going to list a couple things you can do. We're going to name off some things you can do with your girlfriends. You know, to build and maintain relationships, you need to stay in contact some kind of way. And some of your friends require a little bit more conversation than others, or a little bit more contact. So be intentional to nurture those relationships. If that means you need to go on your phone and put a couple days a week that you like, okay, I'm gonna give this person a text. Maybe it's a text say, hey, thinking about you, love you, right? What you doing? Schedule some time to where maybe you do a virtual call with a couple of your girls. Y'all get together, because if y'all can't all get together in person, because people get busy and
yes.
it's hard to match up schedules. But hey, y'all can get together for a Zoom call. Nobody really have to drive anywhere. And y'all could just have good conversation like that, being able to see each other. Get together and go for walks. Sometimes it don't have to be complicated. If you
Yeah.
can plan a trip, great. Plan a trip. Maybe y'all take a girls trip for the day, or y'all just spend a day hanging out, where you just go out, walking in the mall, or walking in furniture stores, or or just out and about downtown. do things like that, to where you are able to spend time, because it's time. Going to museums. I know my
Yeah.
girlfriend Felicia gonna love this, y'all. Felicia had
Oh,
me
yes. That's,
teach.
yes, definitely. Yes.
Woo, that's a whole nother story. But I would tell you, you could do museums too.
Yes.
Spend time going to like maybe museums. There are lots of things. Okay. Evolve and Jessica said they started a walking club.
Oh,
Beautiful.
yeah. Good.
Beautiful.
Definitely.
So everybody start sharing some tips, because again, we're talking maintaining. How do you
Yeah.
maintain and nurture your friendships? So we have museums, we have Zoom calls, just sending text messages. Making sure you got them on the birthday front. So if it's their birthday, you want to be able to celebrate your sisters and love on them on their birthday. You always want to reach out to them, especially like Denise touched on it, even the strong ones, especially the strong ones, because sometimes they could be going through stuff. And because if everybody is always coming to them for support, who do they get to go to? And they may not feel like, they can come to somebody else. So check on them for that. Like Jessica recommended, a walking club. Y'all could do a walking club, y'all, where y'all just get together and walk, right? Y'all could, I don't know how many of y'all really gonna do this, but it seems like this might be fun. If y'all went camping, maybe y'all get a cabin if y'all don't have a tent, or rent a little trailer and kind of go camping somewhere.
I don't know about
that might be nice. No, they got some nice campgrounds. Okay, book club is a good one. Jessica said book club. Start a book club. That's a good way to educate yourselves, entertain yourselves, and keep in touch. You can do painting with a twist at your own house. Right? You can just get creative. And painting is relatively inexpensive, y'all. Y'all can get a little paint set, a couple of brushes, some canvases, and just paint, right? Or y'all could decide y'all want to do like a brunch where everybody brings something they're going to cook, and y'all all come together for a brunch at somebody's house. Do brunch like that. Or have movie night where y'all decide, okay, we're going to go to one person's house, and what movie we going to watch? A Morris Chestnut movie. Okay.
Idris.
Yes. But Morris and Idris. Okay, y'all.
Yes.
I mean, because they both from Dilliumptious, right? So, but those are just a few things. Oh, glam camping. Yes, glam camping is a good one. Glam camping. So there's a lot of things. If you did a staycation, right?
Yes.
Y'all just rent a room somewhere, a couple rooms, and y'all just do a staycation and just do touristy things around wherever y'all at, right? There are a lot of things that we can do. Go to comedy nights. A lot of times in these local comedy shops during the week when they don't have any big name people, you can get free tickets. You can get tickets for little or nothing, right? They ball on a budget. And y'all can go out and listen to some comedy, something fun. And again, it doesn't have to be always breaking the bank at a fast food restaurant. Don't get me wrong, eating good is always a treat. Eating good is a treat. However, there's a lot of fun things we can do just to be with each other. Just to be with each other, right? It's just a lot of fun stuff we can do. So I want y'all to think about what are some things y'all can do. We're talking building and maintaining our relationships, our sisterhood. Oh, Jessica said Groupon is her best friend. Yes, Groupon is good.
Yes, definitely.
Groupon is good. So, to everybody who is out there who's joined us, Groupon is a great tool to use.
Yes.
Maybe y'all go and all get petties or manis together.
Yes.
All types of things y'all could do. The key is do it with love.
Yes.
Do it to stay connected, right? Because connection is everything. Connection is everything.
Yes.
All right. We want to ask that everybody please join us again every first and third Sunday.
Yes.
Also, we know that next Sunday is Mother's Day. We may be showing a special Mother's Day edition of Sister Self-Care Sunday. We'll let y'all know in advance if we're going to air anything on that day. But we want to wish all the beautiful mothers out there, if we don't, a very happy Mother's Day.
And that's whether or not you do have any children or not, because you can actually be a mother to a niece, a nephew, a
Right.
neighbor's child, So,
Absolutely, absolutely. And to all the ladies who, all the people who may be remembering their moms, maybe their moms aren't here with you. We pray for you, we love on you,
yes,
and we just lift you up, because it doesn't matter when your mom passed,
yes,
when your mom is gone, a piece of you is gone. And so, we also lift you up, we lift those mommies up, and we celebrate them. So we want to just thank you all for joining. Please share this episode with all your friends. Share, click share on this. And let's make the Sister Self-Care Circle even bigger than what it is.
yes.
Join the Sister Self-Care Circle. Join us again and again, because we love you and we appreciate you. And with that, we'll say good night.
Good night.